I hope you're ready. Why is it not? Come on! There it is! Hey! By the way, if you guys have any questions about my lore, about my streams, or anything, this is probably going to be the best time to ask, because all I'm going to be doing is yapping. So I am more than happy to answer any questions you guys have. You've only heard of Homestuck, and you're joining at the end of Homestuck? Oh boy. I mean, sure, it's fine. Honestly, it's so long that even if you join at the end and then you try to start from the beginning again, by the time you get back here, you're gonna forget everything that you read. How many pages left? We have about 640 plus pages left. Around that. Alright. I'm gonna try my best to keep hydrating throughout this. I'm actually gonna keep the bottle off the ground so that it's more accessible to me. We're gonna lock in. We're gonna start reading. Oh great, we're jumping into a Texan accent immediately. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm actually hydrated for this. So, just to summarize what happened last time, there was a big, like, retcon where John went back through the entire comic and altered certain things that happened on certain panels. He was given the ability to unstuck himself from canon, which means now John can basically win everything for them single-handedly because he has narrator powers, right? He went back and he made it so that Vriska didn't die, and now Vriska's back. For anyone wondering, we don't like Vriska. Vriska had a character arc that she didn't deserve, and she was a really, really shitty character. It's also worth noting that Dave and Carcat are gay as fuck. They're in a relationship, and I love it. They're one of my favorite ships. Dirk and Jake split up in Trickster mode. Trying to think. There's a lot of gay shit going on. Also, the dead version of Vriska that died in that timeline is dating Mina and got a tattoo with her. Lesbians. Also, Rose and Kanaya, they're still together, obviously. So, actually, now that I think about it, the only relationships we have in Homestuck that are canon are gay. So... Wow, Demonic Kikuri. Welcome in. I'm literally just about to change my category. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. My name is Porphyra Minos. I am a demon incubus, Prince of Lust, ruler of the second circle. Welcome in. Oh, that's your girlfriend? Hey! You like demons too? We love that. We love that. I'm just changing the stream information so that my mods don't have to. Cause, you know, we don't have to rush it. We don't have to I have to be like, Juju, no! Take our time. Let's take our time. I'm also going to change the playlist to my Homestuck playlist, because Homestuck has really good music. I'm going to try to finish Homestuck today. I think we can, because there's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of panels that won't have any text, so I think we might actually be able to do it. So, let me just make sure the push notification is saying what I want it to say. Finishing Homestuck. There we go. Yay! It's changed. Let me change the playlist. Ta-da! We got some Homestuck music going. I also want to let you know that, like, the debut, for those of you who had, like, come into the debut, it was kind of high energy, and it was very, like, exciting, and there was a lot going on. I want you to know that usually my streams are very chill, very laid back. I am very much what you would describe as a comfy streamer. I'm a cozy streamer. I'm the kind of streamer you put on in the background while you're working on things. I am the yapper that will yap to an empty room. I want to be clear, you don't have to engage, you don't have to write anything in chat, you can lurk, and you can lurk silently. Do not expect me to be high energy, do not expect me to be like fucking, oh my god, what? That's not my thing. I am not that kind of streamer at all. I am very much a very chill, kind of sassy, like... Think like Uki Violetta, who is, funnily enough, my Kamiyoshi. That's very much how I am as a person. I'm very calm, sassy, and I have a big old laugh. That's it. Okay? So, to everyone who's new here, that's a really good descriptor of kind of how I stream and what my streams tend to be like. Okay? Just in case you're like, wow, this got really chill really quick. Yeah, it's because that's what we do here. That's what we do here. Okay? So, I strong-armed her to be here. Demonic Kickery, you do not have to be here. You may leave if you wish. I don't want anyone being held here against their will. This is the palace, goddammit. The only people who are supposed to be here are my mods. But that's because they agreed. They agreed to this before they actually knew what Homestuck even was. The fools. That is wholly possible. Oh, no, it is. It is. It is. Because I can just say to Coco, I will pull out of the agreement. I will not react to my babysitter's vampire. The things we do for Power Rangers. For real. And also my babysitter's a vampire. No, there it is. See? You don't have to force anyone to be here. Like I said, I'm more than happy to yap to an empty room if need be. I'm grateful to have people here, and I think that's really cool to see new people coming in and, you know, figuring out things about the community, deciding if they want to stay, hanging out, just having a good time, vibing, joking around, being silly, because we love being silly. But you don't have to be here if you don't want to be. Wait, Move or the TV series? Either way, both are awesome. No, we're gonna sit down and watch all of Power Rangers. Like, all of Power Rangers. And all of, My Babysitter's a Vampire. It's part of the, trifecta of TISM special interests. So me, Coco, and, Liv, we all have something we've added to the autism pile. and we all agreed that we would get into it, right? So Liv said, I want you all to get into Power Rangers. And I said, I want you all to read Homestuck with me. And Coco said, I want you all to get into My Babysitter's a Vampire. They both agreed. They both agreed to read Homestuck before knowing how long it was. They both agreed that they would finish it without knowing what Homestuck even was. Is that coercion? Maybe. However, they could have Googled it first. So who's the winner? And now we've been reading Homestuck for 2 months. Almost 2 months of reading Homestuck. Isn't that crazy? That's wild. Well, I'm about to hit my 2-month anniversary of streaming as Porphyra. But as of the 3rd of June, it would be 2 months of reading Homestuck. Gone through the goddamn trenches with this comic. We really have. This comic is a product of its time. It was made in 2009 and didn't finish until 2016. I have multiple mods censoring slurs and censoring like culturally insensitive like words and things like that. We've had to have long discussions about like misogyny and why a character is so misogynistic in this comic, and you know, why Dave in the beginning of Homestuck is just so obscenely racist. Thankfully, we're towards the end of the comic, and that has dribbled away and died. We haven't really had any of that kind of racism pop up. Most likely because this was like the height of Homestuck's popularity, and Andrew Hussey knew better than to write in awful text and representation. I would argue it's almost perfect text and representation. It just doesn't make it okay. It is also worth mentioning, I had a blood test today, and I also had an injection today. I'm shifting around a lot because I'm very uncomfortable from the injection, and I'm achy, and I'm kind of sore. So if I'm shifting a lot more than usual, that's why. I went through war today. I did. I haven't really had a proper sleep either. I was woken up because my air conditioning unit was delivered, and then I was so excited about the air conditioning unit, I had to set it up. So I technically only got like a full nap of actual comfortable sleep, because that's like the hour after I set up the air conditioning unit and wanted to test it out. And I was like, oh my god, I can sleep with a blanket now. So, I think it's time we get into this. I've been delaying enough. Mostly due to me needing to warm up my mouth, my throat and my mouth. Sleep after you're done here. Don't jump into VC for 12 hours. Why? Why not? Why not? What if I want to? What if I wanna? Why? I'll be there if you end up in that. Yeah, and then you'll probably end up, like, incessantly reading the filth out of me. Like, why are you here? Alright, we're going to continue on. This is Act 6, Intermission 5. The page that we're on is 7,460. Okay? I am going to ever so slightly turn the volume down in my headphones so that it's not going to distract me from talking or make me flub my words. Alright, home stretch, yeah. So, am I inferring correctly from some shit I just heard that, inferring what? If Vriska is like the de facto team leader now, or Vriska and Terezi? I don't know, I never understood the Scourge shit. You two have always been like the scheming, giggling enigma huddled together in a peapod for hella self-tickled murder dorks. Couldn't for the life of me figure out what you've been getting up to on that meteor. Is this what it? Blah, blah. Is this what it? Does Bruno Mars is gay? Is this what it? Is this it? Is what it? The rumor come out. Does Bruno Mars is gay? Playing your hedging all along. Is this like your big move? Your power play to usurp Karkat as team leader finally? Oh, brother. Dave, no. This isn't a coup. It's just common sense rearing its ugly head for a change. Oh, got it. Good. Wait, no, don't got it. Ugh. Sounds like... Blah, blah, blah. Sounds like you're just, like, being a leader now because you want to, and making all the plans because nobody else wants to or really cares. I mean, not that I even care either, I just want to set the record straight. Karkat, are you cool with this? Sigh. Karkat. 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 Yo. Karkat. What? Oh my god. Dude, are you just not listening to any of that? To what? What's happening now? Man, how long have you been tuning all this shit out? I mean, I literally just said I don't give a fuck about any of the shit Vriska's saying. So maybe I'm not the one to talk, but at least I have the decency to actually be joking about that. What the fuck are you even doing? Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm guilty. I zoned out on some of Circuit's self-important blither and was carrying a private conversation with the mayor. Is that okay? Dude, you don't have to get the go-ahead from me. Sure enough, a little one-on-one time with the mayor's literally always acceptable. What are we talking about? It's private. I didn't hear you mumbling anything, though. We were mostly communicating through a series of simple gestures. I was talking smack about certain people here and chose to remain discreet about it. No, yeah, I know what that's all about. How when you talk to the mayor, most of the time words aren't even necessary. Like, he just knows. Man, the mayor's just so wonderful. I love him so much. Hey, let's all take turns hugging him. No, that's fucking stupid. Just, what were you saying when I was spacing out just then? Oh, nothing really. I'm just wondering how you felt about Vriska usurping your leadership role, and if maybe you wanted to throw a vintage shit fit about that, or... No, thank you for being here, and Kate, take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Oh. Oh. Ha ha. That's a good one, Dave. Wow. Me? Leader? Too funny. Too funny. I'm entirely and singularly baffled that it could still even occur to anyone to entertain the notion that I might still be playing any role, even within sniffing orbit of a leadership position of this ridiculous party. When was the last time I did anything of leader-like nature, without being trumped by Vriska's Machiavellian limelight gluttony? Or for that matter, when was the last time there was actually anything leadery to do that didn't involve snuggling up on the couch to watch Good Luck Chuck for the 500th time? I have seriously just been assuming her complete takeover of all leadership duties was some fait accompli shit for 3 solid years, and have since been enjoying the peace and quiet of zero responsibilities, which is why, quite frankly, I have been able to keep my blood pressure down, and now resemble the living embodiment of peace and fucking tranquility, which presently basks before you in a state of frothing euphoria hobbled turdvana. I would like, Euphoria hobbled turdvana to be on a t-shirt, please. Either that, or I would like it on the back of a pair of boxers. Please. I would very much... That's very funny. I would like that. I forgot that he said that. That's just funny. Okay, so vintage shift it is. Carcat. That was beautiful soliloquy of acceptance and understanding of your role, due to acknowledgement of your overwhelming personal limitations. But be that as it may, you still actually do need to be paying attention here, so you can keep up the plan. While I may be the leader now, this may be the last day I see any of you for a very long time. Someone's gonna need to step up when I'm gone. Alright, Circuit, then I'll make this a lot easier for you, and the team as a whole. Starting now, I hereby renounce my role as leader of this group or any forever. Vriska, along with her tactical virtuosity and monstrous ego, are more than suited for the role. And if, when, and to wherever she eventually decides to fuck off for mysterious yet to be explained reasons, then anybody else who feels inclined can slide right into that position, so long as it isn't me. Great. It's settled. I'm the leader. I gladly accept the baton you're going to such lengths to pass to me. Honored, in fact. Not everyone is nearly as passionate about labels or ranks as you. In fact, I'm pretty whatever about the distinction. But your melodramatic endorsement of my abilities is appreciated. How the fuck is Carcat keyboard mashing? Out loud. How do you, like, audibly keyboard mash? Excuse me, Miss Leader. Not that it would ever occur to me to cast the slightest doubt on your strategic expertise, but I was wondering when you were planning on getting to the actual strategy part of this meeting. Glad you asked, Miriam. Way to keep the meeting on point. Remind me to give you a promotion. A promotion to what? Nothing. Nobody's getting a promotion. It was a joke. Fuck. Why is it that, like, the last 500 plus pages of Homestuck are so fucking funny? We're gonna go through it. We're gonna get some really funny interactions like this, by the way. It's happening. It's coming. We also do have a little bit of heartbreak on the way, because there's gonna be one hell of a reunion that I don't think any of us are mentally prepared for. Yeah. The answer is very soon as Egbert and Lalonde get here, which should be right about... Just give another second or two. Right... Dave. Oh, I read the Dave bit. Vriska. Right about... Yo, can we maybe bust out some refreshments while we wait for this totally imminent thing to transpire? Can I take a look in the fridge? There are no drinks in the fridge. What's in the fridge? Sorry, I think I missed that part of the conversation. Honk. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Shh, 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 shh. Shut the fuck up. They're here. Yay! Reunited and it feels so good. Yes! I'm sorry, but Kanai looks so cute here and I don't even know why. I have no idea why, but this is like one of my favorite like images of Kanaya. It's adorable. It's so cute. Hi, John. Whoa. Hi, everybody. Wow. Wow. He's really here, isn't he? Hey, John. Wow. Don't just mumble to yourself, you rude fuck. Say hello. Oh, yeah. Hey, John. What's up? Hey, Dave. Not much. Hi again, Carcat. I just saw you like 5 minutes ago, but I guess that was years ago for you. Dang. You've probably been through a whole lot of silly nonsense, haven't you? Wait, never mind. You don't have to answer that. There'll be plenty of time to catch up. Hi to everyone else, too. Oh, man. I missed you all so much. Even the people I don't know very well or haven't met yet. Oh, by the way, this is Roxy. She's my new friend. And we just went on a crazy adventure together to save the timeline and come find you all. So, here we are. Hi. Oh, she's so happy that Rose is alive. She's so happy that Rose is alive, everyone. She's so happy that Rose is alive. Look how happy she is. She's so happy that Rose is alive. Oh! Oh! She's so happy. She's so happy. Ah! Ah! That's so fucking cute. Roxy, best girl. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. Roxy, best girl. You can't ever tell me that Roxy isn't best girl after this. If you do, I'll think you're a liar. Roxy is best girl. Roxy is 100% the best girl. Aww. Oh, hey, Terizzy. Hello, Egbert. Guess our plan worked out pretty well, huh? The session's in much better shape than the last time I saw it. You really bailed us out. You're welcome. I mean, not that you specifically had anything to do with it. You were as much the beneficiary of your future self's crazy schemes as I was. So don't get too smug. No, I'm pretty comfortable being smug and taking credit for future me's ideas. I've always been on excellent terms with my future self. She and I get along famously. Okay, whatever you say. Oh, that reminds me. I know the scarf agenda wasn't really your idea per se, but do you have any idea what all that stuffed dragon shit was about? Did that, like, actually serve a purpose in the timeline? Or were you just fucking with me? I was almost certainly fucking with you. Okay, wow, great. Good to know. Thanks for that, Teresi. That was a really awesome use of our time. I'm glad we're in complete agreement. Wait, what? What's this about stuffed dragons? Teresi, what stupid thing did you make John do? I just sent him on a few totally indispensable mission-critical errands is all. No big deal. Yeah, forget it. Long story short is, I got owned. The end. By the way, good to see you again, Vriska. Good to see you too, John. It's cool that you're alive now, instead of being a cunning ghost pirate. I think your, ways probably are more valuable to have here, in the land of the living. At least, I hope so. Couldn't agree more. I never got a chance to thank you for knocking me out a few years ago. I mean, obviously, because I was unconscious. But thanks for that. I was being an idiot. And deserved it. And as a bonus, it apparently saved my life. So thanks. You're a real friend. Don't mention it. I received quite a few beatings in my time. And not only did I have each one coming, but they all led to big changes for me. Okie dokie, thank you for luck. Thank you. Hehehe. But they all led to big changes for me. On the road to becoming the impeccably evolved person I am now. So by that measure, it was probably the most critical smackdown of my entire life. That's cool. If you ever need another really important punch in the face, just let me know. I'm your man. Rose. Hi, John. Hi. Nice to see you, alive and well again. Not to mention, in the correct timeline. Yeah, you did it. I'm still a bit unclear on exactly what it was you did, but whatever it was, you sure did the hell out of it. Yeah. Thank you for returning with my Roxy. Thank you for returning with my Roxy. Is obviously the remark I meant to say, and is the statement of a reasonable person. Of course. Really, it's so good to see you. I'd give you a hello hug, but you seem kind of tied up in the moment. Oh my gosh, how cute! Hello. Jake, right? Yes. You sent me a letter once, right? In the box, full of weapons, and a rabbit. Oh, yeah! Yes, that was me. Thanks for that. That was cool. It made me really curious to meet you. Right, me too. I mean, curious to meet you, not me. Not the letter. I mean, that didn't make me... I mean, I was always curious to... Oh, doggone it. What? Just... I had stuff I wanted to say when we met. There's so many people here, I don't... Sorry. It's okay. I understand. I'm shy too. Let's catch up sometime. Just you and me. Man to man. Oh, what's that? Oh, hey Tevros. Looks like you're here too. Hell, definitely. But don't worry, I'm not very shy. Yeah, I know. So, you can feel free to say as many things to me in a conversation as you want. That's, nice to know. Maybe later. Hi, Dave. Hey, bro. You're back. And alive. All because of me. Guess that's the thing. We're all accepting it's true, yeah. It's okay. There's no need to thank me. I mean, I wasn't going to. Lied. Nothing means to be an arbitrary dick, but to my number one pal for the past. I have literally no first-hand cognizance of ever being in danger. I just fucked around a meteor for a bunch of years. And here I am, and so are you, which I think is pretty dope. It's very dope. Hey, Carcat, don't leave me hanging here. What? There's more than enough fist bump to go around for everybody. I left it hanging there just for you, but you're leaving me high and dry here, dude. Carcat, holy shit, where are your manners? Leaving a fist unbumped like that? This is new low. Oh my god. You didn't leave your fist there hanging for me. You just fist bumped Dave, then withdrew your fist to say some things. Then re-offered your fist to me the moment you said, don't leave me hanging. I saw you in my own eyes. Carcat, wow, that's really pedantic. And now, you actually are leaving me hanging in order to explain your nonsense. I'm this close to revoking your pumping privileges. God damn it. Here. Strider to the rescue. The fist bump has been secured. Dave, no. Fuck. I wanted to do it of my own volition. This doesn't count. It's not real. Oh, it's real, buddy. No, I'm gonna fist bump you later when I'm feeling it. But it's gonna be fucking natural. Mark my words. We'll see, Carcat. We'll see. Wrecked. Hey, Dave. Why is Jade asleep? And also, Teen Nana. Or Jane, I mean. Oh, yeah. First go ahead and knock him out. What? Why? They were kicking up a ruckus. Can you wake them? Don't wake them up. Yeah, we can. Some kind of brainwashing thing going on. Gotta keep him napping. Especially Jade. I'm sure you know what kind of crooked-ass baloney fuck powers she got. Can't let her turn those against us. Right. She should be pretty psyched to see, though. You think? Yeah, I don't know if you noticed or not, but apparently, along the way, our version of John died. So she made the whole trip without you. Oh no! Yeah, this timeline was gearing up to be pretty tragic, I guess. Then you sort of Deus Exed us out of nowhere. Spared us those sad times. I mean, from your point of view, I guess it isn't Deus Ex shit. You were just the normal John you always were, all zipping around like nerdy hyper god, saving everything from whatever. But from our standpoint, you just kind of yanked yourself out of random ass nothing. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. Man, I had no idea. I guess that's what Typhoeus meant. That's so sad. Poor Jade. I can't believe she had to spend all that time on the ship thinking I was dead. I mean, I guess I was dead. But, you know what I mean. Are you sure we can't wake her up for a second? Just so she can see I'm alright. Feel free, but I have a feeling you'll just be joining her nap if you try. Darn. Guess we'll have to catch up later. Hey, what about Dave Sprite? Dead. No! That sucks too! Yeah, I guess. You guess? It's a weird subject for me. Like, the guy was always on borrowed time, wasn't he? I mean, that was his whole thing, right? I don't know. I miss him anyway. Even if he isn't the real Dave. I kind of feel bad for ever thinking of him as a less real version, actually. Yeah, he's me. And exactly what I would be like if I was moping as extension bird. So it's kind of embarrassing to even talk about, okay? I guess it is sad, but, you know, a lot of versions of me have died. Lots of versions of all of us, including you. Isn't what's important that certain dubiously characterized iterations of ourselves are all alive here now and hanging out? Yeah. Yeah, that is what's important. I guess there'll be time to reflect on everything that was lost later. Like dead time clones and double dead ghosts. Or other such hogwash. Right now, I'm still so excited to see everybody. There's so much crazy stuff for us to all catch up on. I don't even know where to start. It's so overwhelming. Don't stress over it. We still have some time to kill before shit starts getting real in this session. At least according to our Vriska in chief. What do you mean? All the bad guys are still just outside the Incisor. They won't converge here until a few hours or so. So let's all just sit back a while and shoot the shit. And I do mean empty our clips into the shit. Like really pump that turd full of lead. Right up until she gets bossy again. And commandeers our fly bro times with more shrill technical exhortations. Okay, that sounds great. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Damn. You are confronted with an especially empowering character selection menu. 8 choices. Free will has done it again. It has caused you to feel alarmed and anxious, but maybe, just maybe, slightly excited as well. You cautiously click on a batch of teens to discover your true feelings. 8 possible options. 8 possible options is actually kind of a lot now that you think about it. It may be easy to forget to click some of them. To make absolutely sure you've clicked on all team batches before proceeding, you check to see if all the links below are purple first. If any of them are blue, it means you didn't read those. And you probably should before continuing. Wow, free will sure is a lot of responsibility and hard work. Okay, let's go through each one. So we got the boys. Should we talk to the boys? Or the lesbians? I think we should probably go in order. It probably just makes more sense to do it that way. Let's do it. So, tell me about your ridiculous meteor journey. The Dave from the Bad timeline told me some funny stories when we got together on the hot, grassy hill planet, but we weren't actually hanging out for that long, so I didn't hear much. Also, I'm mostly sure Vriska wasn't alive during the trip. Oh, well, let me tell you, Vriska was most certainly alive during this one. Like, almost extra alive, if that's possible. I think I know what you mean. I spent some time with her when she was a ghost, and, let's just say, whatever her mortality status is, she makes her presence hard to ignore. Yes, I love this. Can we spend our whole reminiscence just destroying Vriska slightly above audible level? Slightly? Carcat, you only have 1 volume setting. Wow, fuck you. Okay, dude, maybe let's not spend our pale time trash talking circuit. Okay, dude, maybe let's not spend our pale time trash talking circuit. If only because there's no way you're not getting repeatedly trounced exactly just like that. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll chill out. You're right, Dave, as usual. Wow. Carcat, for a funny shouty guy, you backed down on that really fast. I'm almost a bit disappointed. I was looking forward to some more of your patented ravings. Hey, John Fuckbird. I'll have you know I'm a little more mature and reasonable than the last time you saw me. I'm a lot more than Mr. Holler Sponge OneNote. And anyone who disputes this can cordially invite me to play their dirty seed flap like a discount harmonica. Oh boy. I'll be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure what a dirty seed flap is. I have an idea of what it might be. TLD Archer, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you being here. Welcome in. My name is Porphyra Minos. I am a demon incubus, ruler of the second circle, and prince of lust. We're reading some Homestuck, and we're having a chill time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chilling. Please read the chat rules, of course. And yeah, have a good time. We're just chilling. This is a very chill place here. We aren't very high energy. So if you just want to hang out, you're more than welcome to. Okay. So let's continue. I'm actually gonna take a little sippy. Everyone hydrate. Hydrate, everyone. There we go. Fantastic. Alright. Alright, let's continue. Oh, well, I'm sold. Seriously, though, it's pretty cool to finally meet you. I mean, under more civil, rational circumstances. Unlike whatever the fuck that brief encounter was 3 years ago where you knocked out Vriska and then poofed your flimsy ass into the fuck-all continuum. I know I seemed really mad about that at the time for whatever reason,
But really, I've had so many boring hours on that meteor to spend barely reflecting on the roughly 10,000 ways I don't give the slightest fuck about whatever idiotic twist of fate transpired back there. Okay. I'm completely over it. I'm over a lot of things, actually. You are? Yeah. Like, remember back when I was yelling at you all the time from my computer? Back then I probably would have felt nervous or awkward about this encounter. Because of, well, you know. No? I was hitting on you briefly, and in a very confusing, non-chronological way. Without even quite realizing how badly I was shoving my strut pod down my own statement tunnel. Dude. I mean, until you mercifully and with a fair amount of tact, shut me down. Don't you remember? Maybe? How can you not remember that? I don't know. It was a long time ago. And we had a lot of ridiculous conversations. Okay, well, maybe it was a bigger deal than it was for you. I mean, obviously it was. That's sort of the whole point. But the real point is, or that I was trying to make, is that it isn't a big deal anymore because I'm over it. Carcat, what the fuck are you doing? What? I'm talking quite casually about some shit that's not a big deal. And the point is that it's not a big deal anymore. So I'm just casually saying that. God. Okay, it's not an unreasonable conversation to have, but like, we just started friend jamming about past anecdotes to get us all up to speed or whatever, and you're already trucking out these guns. Guns? What guns? Just saying. It doesn't sound that casual, and no big deal. If you keep saying it's casual, and no big deal. Oh, and also it's the first fucking thing out your mouth to John in 3 years. Sorry. I'm so truly fucking sorry. I forgot there was such an outstandingly smooth pile of shit in a cape within my judgment radius. No, I mean, I think I remember. I think you were, black flirting with me or something, but in backwards order, and while constantly yelling. And I didn't even really know what that was, and then I told you I wasn't a homosexual, so it was kind of a moot point, but also, you didn't even know what that was either. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Also, to anyone who's new here and this is your first time reading Homestuck, black flirting is a like type of romance from their planet because they're aliens. So they have red romance and black romance. Red romance is more like human romance. Black romance is like hate fucking, basically. Just for context, just so you'll know, Carcat really embarrassed himself. It's even funnier now, knowing that Carcat is dating Dave. But also, you didn't even know what that was either. Yeah, that's basically what happened. And that is exactly what I was trying to say it was over and wasn't a big deal anymore. But now it's a big deal again, I guess. That's fucking great. Thanks, Steve. Yo, I'm hardly one to talk here since I'm a goddamn gazer of hilariously self-pulverized and Freudian bloopers. At this point, I can't even pretend to keep a lid on the shit I've gotten me because I know sooner or later during one of my rad soliloquies, I'll just pratfall butt backwards into an embarrassing admission and just have to be like, yep, okay, that's my shit. That's what I'm about. Let's just give fuck. God damn. How does he do that? Let's just get the fuck on with our lives. So when John's like, hey man, and you're all locked and loaded with some stuff about how you're over him and go on and on about it's like some way obvious protest too much shit and everybody knows it, I don't see how it sells just any of your dignity or whatever to pretend that that's not what's happening. Oh my fucking god. So what I'm saying is, if you're so eager to push this out there, I am not pushing this out there. If you're pushing this out there, which you are, then maybe we should rap about it. I mean, discuss it critically and earnestly, not drop ill rhymes or anything, though that could be sweet too. So are you sure you still don't have these unreconciled black rum feelings about John? I say we air this out before it ferments into some rank and hella unexamined feeling sauce. Dave, I think you're making Carcat uncomfortable. Are you being a wise guy and trying to make us uncomfortable? No, I don't do that to bros. That's huge uncool. I don't see what has to be uncomfy about chatting about our truest thoughts and emotions. Ah! Dude, you clearly had a space thing for John, but I don't recall you ever bringing it up. Is this something you've been thinking about all this time, or... No, not really. Yeah, we could have talked about this. I have all kinds of shit to say about John, seeing as he was my #1 dude for approximately the majority of 13 years. The main dead end here, man, is like nothing personal at all. It's just that he is literally incapable of hating anyone. I know that. That is the exact fucking thing I knew and understood, and why I felt so stupid about it in hindsight. Well, not that I really want to egg on this train of thought, but I don't know if that's quite true. It's not. I can get really angry and hate stuff too, just like you, but I think only in extreme cases. The skull guy in suspenders, I got really pissed off at. But I'm 100% sure that hate was platonic. Getting pissed off at a suspender dude sounds like just the sort of yarn I want to be all ears for at some time. But okay, that's something to work with. Hey, Carcat, maybe there's some hope. Yeah, maybe it's not a total lost cause. Ah. Okay, Dave, it definitely sounds like you're trying to own us now. Own? No, what? No way. I'm being real as a motherfucker. Being able to hate things, blah, blah, blah. I was wondering how long it would take for me to start reading someone else's line with someone else's, voice. It was only a matter of time. Being able to hate things, I think, is a smaller part of that equation. What about the other part? Don't you think that's, a little more significant? What part? The part about not being a homosexual. John, dude, I gotta say, when you talk about being or not being a homosexual, you kind of sound like a corny old man. What? Why? No, that's a normal way of putting it. I mean, it's a pretty normal thing to say, right? When that's how you are? Somebody fucking kill me. What does normal mean, though? Normal was some crap that ruled our dead civilization. We left that behind years ago. It's all a huge pile of shit that doesn't even matter anymore. Okay. So then, you're saying... What are you saying? I'm not sure, I guess. Okay, I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think it's all as simple as what you think it is. Or maybe, not like, actively think it is, but continue to assume it is on account of not thinking about it much. Due to a lot of junk about the subject that gets shoved into our brains from movies and stuff while we were just dumb kids. Oh boy, here it comes. I'm just saying, it probably isn't as absolute or simplistic as the way you've been framing it out. Or maybe it is for you personally, I don't know. I'm just guessing you haven't spent much time thinking about it, if only because all the stuff we read and watched suggests that, like, even examining your honest thoughts about it is a perilous road to go down. Because if you actually think too much about it, always having that undercurrent of, haha, nope, then what happens? What if it turns out you're like, not exactly the way you thought you were? Or maybe not so much that, as old presumptions about what you were turn out to be not that relevant. Why? Oh. Why? Why are these words happening to our conversation? I don't know, man. I'm not sure what you've been doing the last 3 years, all riding a large boat and saving everybody from apocalyptic whatever, but I've had a fuck ton of time on my hands to think about stuff. About stuff I've said and done in the past, why I said and did them. A lot of things I once would have insisted were like part of my brand and helped me come across cool and smartassy, but now I'm not so sure. We used to rip on each other all the time for being gay, even though we knew we weren't, which of course is what made it funny, remember? Yeah, I know, it was pretty funny sometimes. It was just a lot of joking around. Yeah, I know. It frankly is funny to say how gay something is sometimes, and let's face it. Sometimes, someone or something is just flat out really fucking gay, and there's no two ways about it. It's more like that, through the preponderance of all that jokey shit, is an underlying implication that it's all the lame stuff for pansies, but not like us. No, we're not lame, and haha, that's a joke. Which drives on this, like, double-buried implication that the real cool shit is founded on this absurd, wanky ideal about masculinity, which, if you think about it, is number one, dumb as fuck, and number two, the male adulation of masculinity to that extent, to be honest, is pretty fucking gay unto itself. And three, was always some totally impossible shit for us to live up to anyway. I think all that's mixed up with the same phony ideals about heroism. By the way, Dave is basically monologuing about how he came to terms with his sexuality. For anyone just like, what the fuck is happening right now? That's what's happening right now. Dave is giving an expose on his sexuality and how he feels about himself. So yeah. Like, living up to the storybook idea of what a hero to me feels almost interchangeable with living up to society's snapshot of what a hard, manly dude should be. I stopped pretending I could ever live up to either thing a while ago, and mainly have spent time looking back on the sheer magnitude of all my joking around. I used to lambast fuckers left and right, grinding them into the pavement over how gay they probably were, and how much they would quite possibly jones into kissing dudes or such. I don't really feel bad about it in the sense that it was jerky or like insensitive necessarily, even though I guess maybe it was. More like I feel that it was probably transparent. A massive front of outrageous snark to disguise a lot of insecurity, like a fucking cover-up. As long as I kept clowning hard about it, didn't actually have to think about it or face my actual beliefs. Dave, oh, that's cool and all, and I think I mostly agree. But, how do I put this? Are you gay now? What? No. The words. Why won't the words stop, dear God? I know, it sounds like you're trying to tell me something here. Man, no, look. I mean, it's okay if you're gay now. That's totally cool, if true. I just think you turning gay would kind of be a weird consequence of me changing the timeline around. Okay, not weird. Just unexpected. I don't know what I did that would account for that. Maybe saving one of Teresa's plush toys to some goofy homosexual butterfly effect thing on you. Jeez, who knows? Dude, aren't listening. Although a gay butterfly effect is a pretty funny idea, let's not dismiss that as a concept altogether. Anyway, maybe what I'm trying to say is sort of getting lost in the weeds here. The fact that you were wondering if I turned gay makes me think maybe you're still not quite on the wavelength I'm trying to ramble on here. Maybe we should wrestle this topic to the ground another time. There's a lot more I want to say, but that's probably not the venue. I mean, not literally wrestle to the ground, because that's maybe literally the gayest course of action we could possibly take. But, you know what I mean. Yes, later. Talk later. Because then the words would stop. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? That's fine. We can talk about anything you want. Anytime. I'm just still confused about what you're getting at is all. Like, what is the bottom line here? Are you actually attracted to boys now? Did you, like, date any boys? But there weren't even that many boys on the meteor. Well, there's the clown guy. I don't really see you and him. That really only leaves... Were you and Cardcat? Are you and Cardcat, like, No, 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 no. I retreat to my safe space and yeah, the words. The stupid fucking prattle jockeying like rowdy barn beasts up against the partitions of good fucking sense and the most basic of personal boundaries. The goddamn blither of tactless nincompoops, how it continues to haunt my wretched ears. The words spill over the side of this enchanted metal frog discus, like a babbling spring in a mythical forest governed by a guild of gossip-hungry lobotomy hobbits. This deluge of words leaked from the incontinent crevices of two brainless, gushing yammer twats. It overfloweth, oh how it overfloweth, sogging my gray, practical pair of pants, the leggings of a simple man, a humble man. It then continues, its downward trickle, dousing my unremarkable shirt, the serviceable garment of your average Alternian Joe, chilling the frail torso beneath, a pathetic duffel of meat racked with heavy sobs caused by words which will continue to drip and sluice and spill, threatening to drown me, pledging to, promising, and yet I will not drown. Why won't I drown? Please let me drown. Let me drown so the words will be no more. Dave, I'm pretty sure we're making Cardcat uncomfortable now.
Yeah, maybe we should drop this.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever picked this up from him, but he's a pretty sensitive guy.
What?
No. It's true. He's pretty much the easiest dude to rip on, makes for an irresistible target, but you also have to know where to draw the line. Really don't want to actually, you know, like, upset him.
Yeah, me neither. What the fuck is he doing?
Man, I don't know. That's just his regular shit. Like, an everyday occurrence, but with different bodily positions and geographical configurations.
I see.
Bro, will you get the fuck up here?
No.
Okay, suit yourself. Anyway, as you can see, I've been spending probably way too much time with trolls. It messes with you. It gets you thinking about stuff, you know?
I can imagine. I think life was a lot more boring on the ship, but we talked about you all a lot. Where we would always wonder about how you and Rose were managing to get along with all those crazy trolls. I think mostly we pictured a lot of arguments.
It's not too far off.
I'm still getting used to having such insane limitless powers that let me go anywhere I want. It's tempting to go to time periods like yours and find out what I missed. But I don't want to mess with too much anymore, since it seems like I got the timeline to a nice stable place as it is. So I guess I just have to do what any regular guy does and imagine fondly what it would be like if I got to travel with you guys. I wonder if I would have gotten, like, absorbed in troll culture too, or troll ways of thinking.
It's really inevitable. You pick up the lingo, they pick up yours. It's like stupid cultural melange after a while that barely makes any sense from either frame of reference.
I wonder if I would have learned to understand black romance. Such a goofy idea, but it seems pretty important to trolls.
They take all their quadrants pretty seriously, to be honest.
Yeah. Years ago when we first met the trolls, I remember being pretty fascinated by all their cultural differences. And Karka and Vriska were telling me about them. I remember really sincerely trying to understand it all from their point of view. It's hard, though. I still think about the idea of black romance sometimes and try to imagine how that really works or feels. I don't know. Do you understand it?
Yeah, I've spent enough time talking about it where I think I can get it, but I've never had cause or any real inclination to put it into practice or anything.
Mainly the idea of hating somebody and translating that into attraction or some kind of romancy feeling feels so alien to me. And you're right. I have a really hard time even hating anyone in the first place.
Word.
I mean, I get annoyed by people, sure.
Like who? Me?
No, not really. Well, sometimes, but not much. I always tended to exaggerate my grievances with you for the sake of laughs. But I example is more recently, when I was doing my retcon mission, I was getting really annoyed with Terezi and her mind games. Yep. It definitely never crossed the line to hate, though, because we were working together to try and fix a dire situation, and even though she's a weird and insane, she's otherwise a pretty good friend. But all her needling and japes and totally inappropriate times when there were so much on the line. It was so frustrating. Egbert, I have news for you. Whoa, he's back. Alright, side up and everything. I heard you were talking about quadrants, so I decided to pause my tantrum. John, all you're doing here is describing the subtle feelings which plant the seed for having a colliginous crush on someone. What? You heard me. You're naively admitting to struggling with some black feelings for Terezi. So there you go. Question answered. Turns out you're perfectly capable of black romance. No. A fair rebuttal, however, consider this counterpoint. Yes. But I don't hate her, and I'm sure I never will. I'm just saying I find her, like, somewhat annoying and really aggravating a lot of the time, but that's it. That's exactly what the feeling is. It doesn't start out as full-blown antipathy, and it rarely even reaches such an extreme level of hostility even over long-term black relationships. There are peaks to it, but otherwise a general ebb and flow to the dark feelings, just like with flushed relationships. Okay, but I don't know if I'm expressing myself clearly. I felt aggravated by her a lot, but that doesn't fully describe, like, there were those negative feelings, but also, hey, Isha, hey, how you doing? Hello. We reading, we vibing, we're trying to finish Homestuck. At the very least, I would like to get through this conversation. I have been hit with a wave of, like, exhaustion, but that makes sense, because I've barely slept. So maybe we'll wrap it up at... You know what? Maybe we'll wrap it up at the end of this conversation. Leave this conversation about being gay in with my debut, because it's applicable. Yeah, I think we will cut it short today. I'm very, very tired. So, yeah. I think that's wise. And then I'll probably pop to Tesco, get some treats, and then go to bed. I think I deserve some treats. I think that's wise. Let me just hydrate real quick, so my throat doesn't get scratchy. Like, there were those negative feelings, but yeah, that's it, right there. The but is always part of it. What you're trying to say is you had frustrated negative emotions towards her, but they don't comprehensively account for your attitude towards her. Meaning, there are some things about her you actually like, but the negative feelings make it hard for you to put your finger on them, or even want to acknowledge them. That is absolutely standard. What good would it be having a kismesis who didn't possess qualities you actually admired on some level? That would be boring, and it wouldn't even work. There'd be no tension, no push and pull in the turbulent emotional landscape. The subtle positives add fuel to the negative feelings, often giving them a reason to exist at all. They inflame the aggravating factors, reminding you deep down how much you would like and admire this person. If it wasn't for all their infuriating flaws and their incredible sense of frustration that causes along with all the associated hot-headed feelings, that's the essence of black romance. And the positive qualities you see deep down in a kismesis also serve as the basis for red feelings towards that person, assuming the relationship ever starts to vacillate. It's all pretty straightforward, really. No, this is messed up. I don't know, John, also I'm spirit logical to me. Carcat knows his shit when it comes to quadrants. It can't be true, though. I feel so fucked up. What if you're right, though? No. No. That's part of it, too. The no. It's always part of those feelings. That's how it always goes. This sense of self-incrimination when it's dawning on you that you have these conflicting feelings towards someone who bugs you so much. Oh my god, this whole reaction is so fucking textbook. Is hilarious, really. It's fucked up, though. It's supposed to feel fucked up. Oh, man. I just wanted to have a nice catch-up chat, not get so transparently owned to the trollmances. It happens to be the best. It happens to the best of us sooner or later. It's perhaps kind of old hat me by now, but I get where you're kind of freckling at the implications here. They didn't have years of living with trolls to kind of normalize this stuff. I don't think I want to feel normalized, though. I'm not ready to, admit that. I have some warp speed crush on her based on some feeling I don't understand and makes no sense to me. Oh god, what if it's true? I have to try as hard as I can to suppress this feeling and make sure I never think about it again.
Okay, sounds like a weighty thing to do, but sure, have fun with that.
Fuck, yeah, probably. Just, please, don't tell her about any of this, okay, guys?
John, you don't have to remind us. Blah, blah, blah. Nope, that's cock out. Whoopsie.
John, you don't have to remind us about one of the most fundamental statutes of the Bro Code, which is practically fucking scripture on my planet, dating back hundreds of millennia. Dave and I fucking sleep and breathe the Bro Code, and all of its clauses, no matter how fine the print. Feel free to come talk to us about this anytime. Your secrets will always be safe.
Dude, that sentiment's well and good, but when you're pledging a vow of secrecy, maybe you should try to keep it down a little.
Damn, yeah. Sorry. This is really confusing, though. I'm assuming you're right, and I am busted on having those feelings, and I'm not even saying you aren't, but I thought humans weren't supposed to be able to feel stuff like that. Like, what exactly? Like, perceive and feel romantic stuff in the same way trolls do, because we're aliens to each other. Well, okay, humans can feel the gay stuff pretty often, I guess, but I didn't think we could feel the spade stuff too. I don't know, I just thought it was some screwy biological difference.
Nah, I disagree. Both humans and trolls are emotionally versatile sentient beings that can feel any hells of different things.
You're probably right. You would know better than me, at least.
That's always a smart fallback position, by the way. Especially on rap. I can school you on rap, too. You confused about rap?
No, Dave. I think I'm pretty squared away on rap. At least for now.
So, that's been hell of a reminiscence so far.
Yeah.
Seriously, no. I wasn't actually intending to fork this, instantaneously in the direction of some, legitimately sincere dialogue and fucking sexuality and romance. I didn't plan on this, dude. You gotta believe me.
I believe you. It's cool. It's been cool, though.
Yeah. Did we cover everything?
Probably not. Oh, right. You dated Jade for a while, so there's that.
Whoa, what?
I mean, Dave Sprite did.
Oh.
And of course, I mean the one from my time. Obviously not the one from this time, who died, I guess, before that happened.
Right.
Man, that still just seems so sad. I guess, even when you face things, not everything can be perfect.
Yeah. So, how'd that go? Me and Jade, or him and Jade?
Oh, I guess my sense was that it was kind of dramatic overall. I'm not sure it's the best relationship, probably because of Dave Sprite's unique issues.
Huh.
But there were a lot of fun memories. I'll tell you about them sometime. Maybe when Jade is awake, because I'm sure she'll want to know too.
Yeah. Hey, the girl you came with, Rose's mom.
Roxy?
Yeah, what's she like?
She's nice. Really nice. She's fun, easy to talk to. It almost feels like she has always been one of our friends, you know?
Yeah. How long have you and she actually been traveling together?
Not too long. We only met like a day ago from my perspective. Huh. She's been through some really difficult stuff recently. Well, we both have, actually. But I feel like it was all a bit more personal for her. Being on her adventure, then suddenly losing all her friends and watching Rose die right there while she'd been kind of viewing Rose as a version of her mom. It was just some goofball drifting randomly here and there between reality, so I was mostly just confused by everything. But for her, I could tell it was all really devastating. I'm so glad she gets to be hit with Rose again. Not to mention all her other friends. For some reason, I feel happier for her getting to reunite with people she lost than I do for myself. Sounds like you like her. I do! No, I mean, actually like her. Oh! I don't know. Maybe? Wow, dude. After one day, maybe you should slow your roll. I didn't say it did, though. I'm joking, it's fine. Who cares? Oh, okay. She's my mom, isn't she? Man, not sure if we should keep thinking about all our relations that way. Why? It's kind of weird. Is it? Do you feel weird about dating my mom? Is that it? I'm not dating her, though. But if you did, then you wouldn't want to think of her like that. Because of, like, the familial weird times it evokes. Jeez, I don't know why. I don't know if I'm ready for every single deep conversation we can squeeze into this wacky rapid-fire session of fun pal talk. Okay, but I think I like thinking of her as my mom, even if it's a little weird. You do? Why? Not sure. Never even stopped and thought about it before. The idea of what it would be like to have a mom instead of a hyper-aggressive lunatic of an adult male guardian. Never let myself give it a second of consideration, but now, seeing her actually here, even though she's just some teen girl I never met, I like the idea. It's nice. Okay, that's actually kind of cute. Yeah, I guess it kind of fucking is. Alright, well. No matter what happens, it's okay with me if you want to think of her that way. Sweet. Okay, that was adorable. But I think I'm kind of... it's been a very high energy today. There's been a lot going on. Like, there has been a lot going on. For real. And I just don't want to deplete my battery, and I don't want to push myself too hard. Especially considering I have been to, I've been to the doctors today, and I got my blood test done. I got a little injection too. So I think I'm gonna be very clever. I'm gonna save where I am. I'm guessing that was probably one of the longer conversations because it had both Dave and Karkat in, and they both talk so fucking much it's crazy. So at the very least we got through a decent chunk, you know? So let's see who is live. Who's live? Who's live? Who live? Who's live? What a coincidence. My model brother, who is also a demon dragon, actually, he is currently live playing Don't Starve together. So let's raid into my brother. Let me give you the raid message. It is a demon raid. You can copy that and send it to his chat when we raid in so that he knows you are coming from my stream. Obviously, if we are raiding into someone else's chat, please bear in mind that you are going to have to behave yourself, read the chat rules. Don't be a dick, basically. And of course, hydrate, take care of yourselves. Thank you all for being here today. It was really cool. And I'm really glad that this is the debut that I saved.
The first debut I lost, but this one I got to keep, and I'm very happy about that. Okay. Take care of yourself, everyone. Bye-bye.